What's going on? What it be like? What's up? This is your boy Calvin from CMO TV. We got Cedric the Springer up in the house, the relationship expert. What it be like, brother man? Talk to me. Talk to me.
Oh man, everything's good, man. I'm gonna have to put some emphasis on that relationship expert. That's gonna be a disclaimer on that because what we finna talk about it might rub a whole lot of people the wrong way.
Nah, man. Hey, everybody, it ain't like that, brother. I don't think it will. I don't think it will.
Well, I ain't
Some
gonna say
folks.
everybody, but it's gonna certain people that this is not a topic that really need to be. Well, it had to be addressed because it's study coming up, man, and I hate seeing it then being redundant and especially something that's played out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. So, how are you enjoying your Black History Month? Are you seeing anything that bothers you about it, or are you not seeing enough of what you want to see? What?
Uh, really, man, I haven't really been notes on anything. I'm just finally fresh off the road, and only thing I've been seeing is snow. So to
Damn.
be where I can just see a road now,
Yeah.
I'm just thrown off. Really, I'm gonna tell you, man, when you out there and driving, it really takes a lot of concentration and focus if you have if you're dealing with weather issues. So I haven't really got off into anything. And when I do shut down, I might, of course, you're gonna get you something to eat and shower and all that. And then, man, you basically try to go get you some rest. So I don't try to. I haven't really. But to answer your question, I haven't really been seeing anything really.
Okay.
But I haven't been
Yeah,
noticing.
yeah. I haven't. I normally get into Black History Month, so-called Black History Month, a little bit more because we haven't, like I said, we haven't really done any broadcasting like I wanted to doing this because of I don't know what really. It's just so much BS going on right now. I got a couple of topics. One I'm gonna throw at you is I'm gonna start with this. Have you seen the buzz about what's going on with Beyonce and her trying to do a country song or jumping into country, and the white people are mad about that and won't even put her songs on their radio stations, and all that stuff like that, knowing that country actually, if you, historically, come from Foundation Black Americans. So as what do you think about that?
Yeah, I did. I
Excuse
looked
me.
into that. And if you want to take something positive from that, you got to see that power come in numbers. I know one of the radio stations they was talking about that would not play her music because they play country, not Beyonce. And Beyonce Beehive chimed in on it. Now this is where the numbers come in, chimed and going off until now they play it. It's in rotation. You know what I mean? So things can get done when you come in numbers. It's strength in numbers, man. And
Mm,
but as
mm.
if you can make the music, it shouldn't be make the music. There shouldn't be no limitations to that. It's just the same thing with Eminem. A lot of people don't say he shouldn't be called one of the greatest lyricists of all time because he's white. I mean, if you can do it, do it. I don't think it should be nothing holding up nobody back. Should be no limitations to it. But it's a bad look this day and time when it is a country song. And I heard it. I mean, I'm not into country music, but it wasn't a bad song. I don't know what the criteria are. You got to sound country or whatever the case may be, but and tell you the truth, it helps their music. It helps the country music sing.
It did. It really did. It actually did. I think my opinion is to that is she get into that, it's like she gonna take over the country music scenery too. Because I think I heard bit of the song. I don't even listen to Beyonce. It was come on 107.5, and I keep my radio station on stuff like that.
Right.
And when it played or whatever, and the parts I period of it, it sounded pretty good to be a country song. And you start letting black folks into stuff like that, and their kids gonna be like, man, I like that country song. Now their country people, their country children gonna start, especially the girls, gonna start idolizing that black woman being making that country music and stuff like that. And that's something they don't want to get out there like that. For example, look at Tiger Woods. He jumps into, he don't call himself black, but we already know what the
We
fuck he
know.
is. But it is what it is with him. But look how he became the top star for years, hell, probably decades, when it came to golf. Then you got Venus and Serena's in tennis. They end up being the top earners over there, endorsing all kind of stuff like that. It just that's what is that? Basically, I look at it as jealousy of
But if
of
you
our
go
culture.
back, if you go back in the history of country music, Charlie Pryor was a black guy, and he branded for, and he still might be one of the top sellers of all time. But he ran it for decades.
Yeah,
So that
yeah.
ain't nothing new that somebody black is doing it.
Mm-hmm. It's
Maybe
not,
just a
but
generation thing.
but I know, but in this era is more propaganda than anything. So there are certain propagandas that they trying to show, like the gay stuff and more BS. But I think it's more about they trying to keep their propaganda or image of who they want the world to see to see us as.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I can
that's
agree with
my
that.
opinion.
I can
That's
agree
my
with that.
opinion. Yeah, long as it is to keep the world looking at us as a evil, demonic group of people, which I don't get it, because when you want something done, you come to us for our moral capital.
Right.
Because look at the stuff that's going on in Israel and Palestinians or whatever the hell is going on over there. Because to be honest, I care less. To me personally, I care less about what's going on over there. But if you look at it, every time you look around, they always asking somebody black what they think about that. Somebody wants to ask me that, they're not gonna like the answer, because my answer is gonna
I
go
bet.
straight to Chicago. It's gonna go to LA, New York, Baltimore, all these predominant black cities
Mm-hmm.
that are getting shitted on, letting all these migrants come in and give them all of what little resources that we have. They're stomping over us. My thing is, what about these black folks over there? Because these black people, we ain't looking too good. Me, I can care how many people die over there. I care less. I don't care damn what they are warring over, because if it's not affecting Black America, I care less. That's me. I really care less. We need things in our, I would say, communities, but I would say in our neighborhoods now, because and really we're getting our neighborhoods taken from us, because they sending all these migrants to our neighborhoods, and they won't send them nowhere near nobody white neighborhoods or communities.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
hey, I guess we're not seeing that.
Yeah.
Give me with on top of that, this is election year, and we talked about this before, but I want to keep on beating the drum on it since it is election year. what you think about what's going on. I think I asked you this today with the Fannie the Mammy Willis,
Fanny.
over in Georgia, over
Mhm.
in Georgia.
Well, the thing about that is, you know, she is supposed to be prosecuting Trump, them, right, for
If
trying
I'm
to
not mistaken, yes.
sabotaging or whatever they're doing as far as the election. Now, from what I've heard, from what I've actually heard her say coming out of her mouth is, you know, and that's the thing that's really going viral is, hey, I'm not the one on trial. But you know, that's a part of the thing they
Shit.
try to do. They try to discredit. They're gonna try to discredit whatever the strongest link there is, so they can make it get somebody that's, I guess, less knowledgeable or whatever the case may be. But she is. I don't see what anything about her personal life got to do with what what was done on that grand scheme of trying to do the I don't know what it was, voter fraud or steal votes or whatever the case it was that was going on in Atlanta. I don't see what they got to do with anything what she was doing personal in her personal life.
It's called breaking your tool. When she got in the office, she actually let go the race soldier who killed that black kid over in Atlanta. Think he was just sitting in his car or something like that, and the race soldier just let off on him and killed him. She got out there. I think it was Rashad something. I can't remember his name, his last name. Uh, but anyway, she sat there and let that race soldier off, boggled that case and let him off because she got funded by the police unions in out of Atlanta.
Okay, so I don't remember.
And yeah. And see, as in Professor Black Truth always say, when the white society or the white supremacists finish using a tool, they always break them. See, they don't use her. They got what they want out of her. Now they are breaking her. And that's good for her. And now she's trying to run back to the black community after you don't shit it on black people. Now, if you don't done some crazy junk like that, boot and crapped all on your community or the black people, and then you had all these black women actually put in votes and help you got in there. I'm gonna talk about that too, about the black women. The black women vote, and then you even crapped on the black women, the black school teacher. She done some crap towards them, putting indictments and all kind of stuff towards them. She done all kind of dirty stuff
Oh,
towards black
okay.
folks. Yeah,
But I didn't hear
and
none of that coming out doing that little piece. But hey, you know more
they're
about that
not
than I
gonna
do.
look. They're not gonna tell you no stuff like that, man, because they want everything out of it to look good. Now all of it's coming out now because they breaking their tool and they doing her stuff right there in real time. And then
Okay.
you want to try to come back to the black community. You think they're gonna accept you? Really? They'll
Man,
be a fool too.
you got that sound interesting. I'm about to do some. I'm about to do some searching on her now.
Yeah, I'm telling you, she over there. And then for what I saw last night, this woman, not only she was messing with that married guy, supposedly, allegedly supposed to be messing with that married guy. It was somebody else she was messing around with, some ex rapper. That I'm telling you, it's real big out there. It is real
I gotta
big.
be.
What's going on? She booped and crept on the guy that was in front of her, talking about how he was having marital affairs in the office, stealing money in office.
Mhm.
Now it's turning back and it's kicking her in her own fat ass because they showing she's doing the exact same thing that he's supposed to be doing. She's hold on, let me get my wording right. She's allegedly doing he's supposed to allegedly done too. It's a full circle, and it's coming back and it's kicking her in her ass, and all the stuff she said about him, about it's on videos. A lot of stuff she said about this that former district attorney, she done the same thing. So I'm
Wow.
like, wow.
Okay.
And with me saying
Now they
the
bringing all
black,
that out during this time, or they just bringing out the fact that she was messing around with a married man or whatever.
they're bringing all this stuff out on her, man,
Oh,
and it's all because she jumped in her, she put herself in a place that she shouldn't have never got. You got you got mayonnaise fighting male, and you gonna jump in between it and gonna try to help one over the other. Biden versus Trump, and you're gonna try to jump in there, put some charges on Trump. You don't put yourself in between two white people fighting. You should have left that alone and just stood and watched it and let it play it out. But no, you want to try to show how big and badass you are, which
nah,
I
but
hate to say it.
was she appointed to that to do that? Was she appointed
You
to him?
she didn't have to take it though.
Oh, okay.
That's something you don't have to take. That's just she just chose to want to put herself in. And what Trump people did was just looked up at information, found out about it, which they probably already knew anyway.
Oh,
And now the tides don't turn on her, and she's sitting there looking a complete fool. After all this stuff, man, she ain't got no career after all this. She ain't gonna be able to do nothing, bro. Nothing. They
she's an
probably end
attorney.
up I think yeah, if I'm not mistaken, she probably won't even be able to practice law in
Atlanta,
Georgia. They finished
Georgia.
with her,
Okay.
man. I don't think she will. And thinking about something I said the black woman vote. I was listening to something last night, and it kind of brought something to my attention. Did you just hear what I said? The black woman vote.
I heard what you said. Black woman, the black woman vote. What you
Yeah,
say now?
the black woman vote. Have you ever heard the white woman voter block?
Never heard of it.
Why is it?
So it's a thing. It is a thing. A white woman voters block.
White woman votes or some shit like that. Have you ever heard that?
Mm-hmm.
How about we'll say shit. Mexican women vote. Only place you hear that shit is black. Because they trying to divide that black man and that black woman. They always say the black woman vote what oneness, or the black man vote we need more of. Everybody else is always we need more of just the Indian vote. We need more vote of the Oriental vote. We need more vote of the white people vote or something like that. With us, it's always we need more of a certain individual, like a black woman or a black man vote or some shit like that. Why can't it just be we need more black voters? It's always with the black woman won this vote. The black woman vote won this. Why can't it be the black people vote what won this? You
No.
see how they do these
Yeah,
little
yeah,
slide
yeah.
tricks or words to divide us and stuff like that. And unfortunately for us, we want to be seen and heard so much and so badly, we fall for that crap.
Oh, I believe that.
We fall for it. And I think that is so crazy, man. I ain't lying. When they brought that, like, and I started thinking back, I'm like, no, I haven't heard of that. I haven't
I have.
heard of it.
You bring it up. That's the first I ever even caught wind of that.
Yeah, but if you start listening to it and watch what they do, they're gonna always, when
I
it
wonder
comes
now.
down
So
to the black vote, they're gonna always divide it between men and women and talk about women vote, black men vote, and all that stuff like that. Not just black American votes or something like that. They're gonna always trying to put a division in between it. But what was you saying?
I was saying that. With that being said, I wonder do statistically do black women vote more than black men? Because you
Probably
would think
so.
that that's what they're trying to do. You think they're trying to sway? Okay, we know black women gonna come out, so maybe they're trying to sway them whichever party to whichever way. You know what I mean?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I
We'll have
don't
to
know.
look that up.
I
I'm
have
gonna
to
have to
look
look
into
that
that
up
and see.
on Black diagrammatics, something. Whatever the hell I'm trying to say, the Black diagraphics.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look that up and see what that is.
I bet you know what? I bet it is. I bet black women vote more than black men. I just, and
See,
it's not something I can't factually say. But I'm just really just
probably
thinking
so.
about it. I'm just really just thinking about it. I think they probably do. Because if you making it a thing now, obviously it got to be happening.
Probably so. Probably so. But they know how to divide us, boy. You know what I'm saying? Some people so hunger for attention, man. You know, so whore attention and needed it and all that. So, well, and it's up to us to really, to be honest, not let that happen. But hey, you want that attention, you want to be seen and heard so bad, you'll do anything.
Now that I'm
Anything.
really, really thinking about it, if you have one of the um, fastest, I can't, I'm trying to think how to word it, uh, businesses that are growing, black women are, I think they are leading the way. So if you are, especially if you're Republican and you know you got a lot of black business, female business owners, and you will want their vote because
Yeah.
they gonna. I mean, which everybody to me, you know, me talk about this yesterday. You should vote for whatever you think gonna be more beneficial to you. You know what I mean? Whichever way it
Yeah.
is. So if
Yeah.
you look
Don't
at, you
vote
know, one of the
party.
fastest growing business are black women. Yeah, I can see that. I bet it is. I'm about, yeah, I can believe
I
it.
tell anybody, don't vote party, vote interest.
Yeah,
Whatever's going is your best interest. Don't vote party, vote your best interest. If you're gonna vote. If
right.
I tell anybody, do not vote a party because you are whoring yourself out for a certain party. You basically walking in there blind
Mhm.
because you don't know. Cause me, if I do vote this year, believe me, my number one thing is what are the benefits that you got? What specifically do you have for Black America? You don't have anything. You have not no. You do not have my
Yeah.
vote, and I don't want this trying to tell me, well, yeah, this is what we doing for people of color. God damn it, I'm not no person of color. I don't want to hear this minority, people, black and brown. When I say specifically, I
Hello.
mean black
Oh,
and black only. Don't add nobody with me. Don't add no homosexuals. I don't need none of that. All I want is black. Cause when it comes to homosexuality or whatever, at the end of the day, they may be homosexual, but they black first. Some of them don't see it, but at
but
the
they
end of
are.
the
That's
day,
what they
they
are.
black first. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can't, I don't subscribe to that crap there. But anyway, man, give me what's on your mind today, brother, man?
Man,
Cause our topic is picking from the kiddie pool.
picking from the kids. But before I get into that, I ran across something the other day, man. And you know, Club Shay Shay making waves or whatever, whoever he interviewed. So he had this guy. I don't know if you heard of Desi Banks, but he's an up and coming comedian.
Desi Banks.
Yeah, black guy. So he's an up and
Okay.
coming comedian. So he was just on there recently, man. And I listened to the interview. He got a real good story about how he came up, man. He just, you know, he grinded his way and did all the things that he found necessary. But a part of his journey, he was telling Shannon Sharp that, man, look, I had a female with me that he was living with, and while he was trying to pursue his YouTube success or whatever, nobody
Mm-hmm.
was on the journey to be a stand-up comedian and stuff like that. And now to my understanding, he was working. But he said that she wouldn't hold him down, and she was, saying, "Hey, look, you need to let this go," and this and that, just killing his dreams and hopes. But he stuck with it. They broke up, just the case, and I didn't think much of it, but it really went viral because a lot of people saying, hell no, she should have told you that because bills got to get paid and this and that. Now I don't know if that man contributed to the bills or whatever the case may have been. But he also was on his mission. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was being persistent with it, and he was going with it. And it's just amazing to me. I always have to think about, man, I wonder how much further a lot of people would have got had they just blocked out. I guess your girlfriend, whatever the case may be, to pursue. This is that acrimony type of deal. So he's out here, he's trying to do his thing. Now, he said he's working at Smoothie King. Maybe he wasn't working at a job more profitable to help her out, this the case may be. But he was real persistent and he was really grinding to get to where he got to. You know what I mean? And for somebody that's come in and to comment on that, well, here, she should have told you. If he would have listened, he would have made it. And and I always say this: it's always a time limit for a man in a relationship when he's trying to pursue something, because it's sad to say, but it's the truth. Women gonna hold you down for so long. And we done talked about this topic before. That if your woman want to not work no more, and y'all got that understanding, you wouldn't have a problem with taking care of her. But if the shoe was to flip, you put the shoe on the other foot, it's a time limit with that. Yeah, you don't have to work right now, but eventually you need to get up and get a job. Or you got to get some type of income coming in the career. And, and this debunks that whole gender role deal when a lot of women want to sit here and talk about that. Well, there is no gender role. I can do whatever. You should be able to do whatever I do. I should be able to do what you do, but you're not going to hold down a man. It's frowned upon society. When women want to say, well, if y'all see with all these women, y'all looked as heroes and we looked up as hoes. Well, the same thing goes. If I take care of you and you don't work, I'm a hero. But if you take care of me, I'm a bum.
Exactly.
And so, we got to take that all goes hand in hand. So, that's just part of the deal. You can call that, what they call that? Shoot, I forgot what they call it now.
I don't get it though, man. I don't really too much get it. Is because I'm gonna tell you now, a real man gonna hold a woman down for years, and he gonna always hold her down until he just can't do it anymore. But a woman got a time limit on her shit, trying to hold that man down or whatever.
Double standard. That's what I was saying. I was trying to think of the word double standard. It was a double standard. And it is what it is. And it is what it is. It's a double standard. Hey, you got to live with it.
Yeah.
But get on the topic, man, about the kiddie pool, because I've been seeing this resurface again and again, and I don't know how many times you can say this, but the thing that's going around social media right now is, there's just not enough good men, and that is so far from the truth. So far from the truth. Because the first thing you're going to hear a lot of women say that the majority going to be single women. They're either locked up or they gay or they married. And this is far from the truth. If you have 50, now this is what I do know, fact check through blackdemographics.com. These are statistics that are provided and done by Black people. 51% of Black men are single and childless. And that 51% makes the majority, right? All you got to have plus one.
Plus one. That's it. 50
so
plus
that's
one.
Majority. That's majority. That's 51% of Black men are single and childless. Now, when I say single, I mean they're not married. I'm saying that they don't have a girlfriend. But when I say either you're married or you're single.
Either you're married or you're single. It ain't no in between.
Ain't no in between. Either you're married or you're single.
Unless you're in California, but go ahead.
And 64% of that 51% are middle class. So they're making good money.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what a kiddie pool come in is when you have the majority of women saying they want 6 feet, 6 figures with a six pack.
Mm.
First of all, I'm gonna tell you, the majority of these men, when I say it's a kiddie pool, that means that's the small blue pool that you see little kids in. Every woman want to pick from that pool. When you got a whole beach full of men that's ready,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
everybody want to go to the small little pool and say, I want one of these men because these men are the ones that's making 6 figures. It ain't number 1% of men, all black, white, or whatever color you want to put. It's just 1% of all men that makes that type of money.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if a lot of women, you can Google your own town, and if you look at it, because I looked up, even though I don't live in Jackson, but I did look up Jackson one year. It was 15,000 more women than there are men in Jackson alone.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
they'll just say, I'm not good at math, but they'll just say this. Let's just say there's 5 women for each man.
Yeah.
And what women really, first of all, women don't want to compete. They just feel like they're entitled to. So
Mm.
if you got 5 women for one man, as a woman, could you beat out the other 4 women?
That's a good question. That's a good question. My question to you is, why is it? And there's no slight to anybody. Why is it? It's always the woman that who want this certain type of man that we know of. He ain't got to be earning 6 figures. He just got to be, we'll say, an average Joe who's doing good, who's single, has no child, got his stuff together. Why is it most of the women that be wanting this guy and mad at this guy because he won't choose them is be the women that has about maybe 2 or 3 kids. One of them knows snotty all the time. They don't really take care of their child. They send their kids out with no shoes on their feet. Hell, every time you see one of them, they got diapers on their ass. They only have clothes on. But yet, she, G'd up to a T, looking good, smelling good, but your damn baby over there smelling like crap.
Mm.
Your house looking like crap and all this other bullshit. But yet, you want a man who's, like I said, he ain't that big of an earner, but we'll say he earning about 60 to 80,000 a year, doing damn good for himself. He don't have no kids. He ain't trying to get locked down to no bullshit. But you want him to accept all this other bullshit that you got. Baby daddies, 2 or 3 different baby daddies he got to worry about. Disrespectful ass kids. All kind of shit. Why is it? It's those type of women are the ones with the attitudes.
No. But I'm gonna say it like this. I ain't gonna give him. I am not gonna give him three. I'm gonna give him one. They'll just take a woman who have one child. That
We'll
child
say
is.
one. We'll say
We'll just
one.
say one. That child is her world. I got that. But you need to understand that child is your world. That's your
Mm-hmm.
child. That child means everything to you. Now, if a man was to come in and he accept that role, as the case may be, then that's fine and that's good that you have a good man that want to do that. That's a good thing. That's a positive for you. But a lot of women with a lot of single women with one child, they feel as though it's just one child, so it's not a bad thing. And it's to you, like I said, we done talked on this before. It's not when a man want to come in and step into that and you have one child, like you just said, the outside things he got to deal with. He got to deal with the baby daddy if he's around.
Mm-hmm.
And he got to deal with the cost of that child because if he's a real man and he's a good guy, he's just gonna take on that role to do that. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
just lately, and I'm not gonna say all women, but just lately, just on social media, how a lot of women just feel like you have to take care of my child. This is something you're gonna do because you got me. And you know, a mistake that they had a child young, then wasn't taking the proper precautions to prevent from having it. I ain't gonna want to call them a mistake, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
they feel like that. Majority of the time, you look at women like that feel like their body's still together and they have 2 or 3 kids. They think automatically they got that golden honey pot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
this
My
this
good.
that
My
this that
good. All right.
farm, this
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
farm.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah. My
that farm
goods are
still
my
had three
goods are
kids come
good.
out of it.
Yeah. My goods are straight. My goods still intact. I don't know
Yeah,
how. Them goods
yeah.
ain't intact. Yeah, them things ain't nowhere intact.
And
But
trust me, a man want to sample it too, but that's all he want. I don't want to
yeah.
stay.
Yeah, I just want to see what them hips be like. Shit. I just want to see if them hips moving the way they look like they supposed to move.
But if you so even
What them
but what
hips
that and we saying selected from a small pool, they just say, okay, you in the running, you in contention with that.
Yeah,
And just say you get a man like that. They say
yeah,
you work, he didn't select you, you picked him. You like, hey, look, I'm gonna do this. And no, he giving you a shot. I wonder how much would a woman be willing to tolerate? Because when you do it that way, and he's not coming for you and you coming for him, he might have other women.
yeah, yeah. This is my question. Why is it when a woman get a good man, and I may need to rephrase the question, they either don't know what to do with that good man or don't even know if they had a good, don't even realize they had a good man.
That's a good question, man. And I have heard women say, I haven't heard it lately, now that I'm of my age, but I know when I was younger, always heard, and there was younger women too. So those were young women saying, yeah, I would, but he was just too nice. I'm like, so that's a bad thing?
Mm.
So you don't want a guy because he's too nice?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of these women, like I said, when age come into effect, a lot of things go out the window. I'm telling you, women start throwing a whole lot of things, requirements. They break this shit down quick. Just go to an older woman, and she might have been bad back in the day, and she still might be bad to this day. She's not going to be as bad, but she might still be bad. But then you look at the type of guy that she done settled down with. She took what wanted her, and not what she wanted. Trust me.
Yeah. Yeah. She took what wanted her.
Because I do
Cause
not know for the life of me, I do not know anything about that guy Holly Berry with.
I
But
didn't know she had anybody.
yeah, she got a guy.
I figured she done ran through everything in Hollywood and through the celebrity circle or whatever, athletic circle. Ain't nobody really even want that. Oh, they probably be like, okay, I want this. I want if that's still any good. I'm gonna see if I can tap that. And, maybe once or twice and go on about my way. Even when I think even when she probably about 30 something, only thing a motherfucker wants to do is just tap. I want to hit them draws and go on about my way. That's it.
Because even though I'm talking about the small pool of men that all women want, but women also got to realize they got women. I wish they would really, really sit back and look at it. They have a window that they got to make good on.
Yeah.
You got to make good with that time. And if you spend the majority of your time window closing, just chasing and chasing, you're gonna be as Kevin Samuels said, you done mismanaged your youth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now I do, and I forgot about it because it's supposed to have been in my my segment of as the relationship expert. I'm making a segment of that. So we're gonna kind of trigger off of what we're saying, but we'll come back to it. I have a question that somebody wanted me to ask you. What do you do when the ex, this is a female answering this question, when your ex don't want to let go? Now the ex has someone, but yet don't want to let go. How can I say? I don't know. I, I would say I don't know. I'm just gonna word it as she worded. Don't want to let go. Shit.
Well, it just going off with the way you saying it. If he don't want to let go, I mean, is he still pursuing her? Are they together or what? What do you mean don't let go? Do he still have access to what he was getting?
I don't think he have access to what he was getting. I don't
So this,
even know it. My understanding, I don't even know if he pursuing her, but he always kind of throw her. He either call her when the other lady at home and talking about how much he love her, and he wanna get back with her and stuff like that. He miss home or whatever the case may be.
well, why do we even have access to her like that?
What you mean?
Why do we have a right to call her? Why is she's not blocking them and stuff like that? I guess just you making it's opened up a whole lot. It seems like to me she still might be entertaining them to some degree.
Yeah,
I understand it got to be sexual, but she still might like the way he's
the attention,
pursuing.
what he's pursuing, the
Yeah, the
attention and stuff
attention,
like
yeah,
that. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I kind of threw that. I'm like, really, that's on you, cause you can stop that pursuing easy by not accepting the call or whatever the case may be. Because if you're sitting there listening to somebody tell you this, that means you are entertaining what they're saying. That means it's interesting you to want to listen. It's
Right,
something
right.
interesting that gentleman is saying to you that you don't want to let go. And as I told her, it sounds like to me you're still in love with this gentleman. It's just the other chick on the side that he has now is preventing you. Well, how did I put that? I said, sound like y'all still got something there, but the chick on the side is preventing y'all from either exploring it or figuring out what you're gonna do with it.
Mm. Yeah,
Or
because
so.
it seems because I'm gonna tell you, women have a way of letting a man know it's a wrap. Don't call me. Don't. You know what I'm saying? And when they standing on it, you know it. You know what I mean? But if you
Mm-hmm.
also can give off, well, there's a chance. I don't think a brother wants the door to crack. That's all he want. Crack that door just a little bit.
That's
And
it.
he feel like he got it. If he feel like he got a shot, he got a shot.
Yeah. And now she did say she told him, look, I got a man. He loved doing this. He loved doing that. This and that. But whether what you telling him, you still on the phone entertaining this shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And what you saying that, I don't know. It just you may like the guy that you with. The hell, you may even love the guy that you with. But
So do her
why are you
man know
in
that
it?
he's doing this?
Do her man? I'm gonna have to ask. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to ask. But
You know what?
he,
Been situations where hey, I might have been with a girl and her ex might have called and she just handed the phone to me. Hey dog, nah.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
this ain't happening, player.
It
You know
just,
what
just,
I'm saying?
just let it go.
But like I said, it's ways that women if they're not interested, I mean, really not interested, is ways that they know they can go about just shutting it down. They're like a man. You know, hey, look, dog, baby, we done went that route. It didn't work. Hey, don't, I mean,
Kick rocks.
yeah, kick rock. Because I have
Yeah,
seen
just kick
men
rocks.
cuss ex-girlfriend out. Don't you dare do no bullshit like that. You know what I'm saying? When he's standing on, you know what I'm saying, when you happy where you at, or you ain't even got people nobody. You just, I don't deal with you no more.
Yeah. You could just be like, that right there didn't work. Cause years and years, decades ago, I had somebody do me like that. Tried to scoop back, and I'm like, look, we went that route. It was all right, and I ain't going back there because there's certain things that certain women do to certain guys. It just you just don't want no parts of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a man don't want no part, and I'm gonna put it like this: when a man don't want no parts of a woman, it's something she did real fucked up and foul. Now I can see a woman not wanting no parts of a man because a man do some crazy bullshit and women are highly emotional and they get in their feelings real deep and I'm not doing so and so. But when a man does it, oh man, when a man don't want to fuck with a woman, because a man, we get horny in the motherfucking, especially at our young adolescents, we be horny as hell and we don't give a damn about shit like that. Or whatever. She probably done some bullshit to us and we'll run right back over there. As long as she open them goddamn legs up and trying to hit or whatever the case may
you just
be.
want a part of her. You don't want the whole relationship no more. You just want a piece of the relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when a man don't want no parts of her, she must do some real foul junk. Foul junk.
But to her point, it just seemed like to me that she didn't close the door on that dude. Because it seemed like to me, for him that if he consistently is doing it, he feeling like it is a shot. And she's not shutting that down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see what this message is right quick. Let me see. How can I do that? Man, I'm trying to see something right quick.
Yeah. So, ladies or gentlemen, if y'all have any questions and y'all need them questions be answered or anything like that, hey, send me a note, send me something. We'll get this relationship expert. We'll talk to him about it and see what he says and let y'all try what the relationship expert will say or whatever. We here to help us as black Americans. We want to help ourselves and watch y'all come along.
I can give my opinion.
Build a family. But go
I
ahead,
give my opinion, but I don't want nobody calling me talking about, man, I did so and so. But no, that ain't what happened now. One thing that I don't do, I think I done it way when I was younger. And one thing that I don't do, I do not tell nobody to leave a relationship. I think I've done that once. Bad mistake on my behalf, because a lot of times when people come to you and they talking to you about certain things, sometimes they just want you to listen. They don't want you to give an opinion.
Yeah.
And that's 50% of the time, and the other 50% of the time, they already know what they want to do anyway. I'm not co-signing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you want to do, or you know what you should do.
Yeah.
That's why I said last week when we talked, I said stay out of people's business, especially when it come down to cheating and things of that nature. Look, people already they know the deal. They know what's up. You throwing gasoline on a fire, that's not gonna help you at all. Because
it never turns out well, man. I know a gentleman who was with this chick, female, and the female he was with she wasn't no but a whore, man. She wasn't no but a whore, man. I'm gonna have to just call it what it is. And hopefully the brother ain't listening, but that chick wasn't hitting no crap. And he had friends come back telling him that, man, your girl was at this certain place and she was living fine. Every time somebody came back and told him something, it was like, bro, hey, don't be worried about what's going on over here. You know, you telling him about what's going on with his girl ruined y'all lifetime friendship. That was crazy right there, man. Y'all didn't look eye to eye anymore, and that was it kind of threw me off. I was like, wow, I can't
Because
believe it.
if you think about it, how can I have expectation of what I want you to do in your relationship? If I came to you and say, hey, Kevin, this and that, the other one went down, and this is what your girl was doing, then I expect you to do something about that. I haven't, all I did was say, man, I just putting you up on game of what I saw, and that was it. So, even if I don't want you to do, or I don't care what honestly don't care what you do about it, in your head, you're going to think, now I got to do something because now said no.
Yeah.
And I think that he will want me to do, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, that's one thing I don't do, man. Because, like I said, people already know, man. You know what your relationship, or if you don't know, that's even better. If you don't know and your life is good, don't worry about it.
Well, let me ask you something. Say if your wife was messing around with somebody, damn, your wife was messing around with somebody, and I saw her going to the hotel room with this guy. I can't say they were fooling around up in that hotel, but hey, 9 times out of 10, when you go into one of them things, action going. I don't tell you this, but I know this. I will say on down the line, she decided to go ahead and tell you, I've been fooling with this certain guy, this and that. And the reason why I'm telling you is because I figured sooner or later, Calvin would have told you. And I'm quite sure your face gonna be, Calvin, you been fooling with Calvin? No, I ain't been fooling with Calvin. But what Calvin got to do with this? He saw it. You knowing this, how would you approach me? Because we're gonna talk again. How would you approach me about what went on in your relationship? Something that I knew.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people gonna want to know
that. Yeah. And I have gave some consideration to scenarios like that before, but a younger me probably would have been a certain type of way, man. But as you get older and you get wiser, first of all, God forbid, I know my wife wouldn't do nothing like that. And how would you know? I know. But anyway, I would not approach you at my age. From what I done experienced and things I've been through, man. Just like you wouldn't tell me, I wouldn't even tell you that I knew that you knew, and our life would go on just the same. And that's come for me. That's 100 real. That's the truth.
But answer something for me.
I would because you had nothing to do with that.
Answer something.
Like I said, that goes piggyback onto what I just said. If you came to me and you got some expectations of what I should do, or I'm feeling I should do something because I feel like you think I should do something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, all that to me it'd be water under the bridge. Like I said, like I just said. If you look at a lot of women, their lifestyles are great. You look at, you talked about this before. You look at a woman that won't accept her man cheating. I always say follow the money.
Mm-hmm.
Your man making $50,000, he cheats, you probably leaving. Your man making $200,000, cheat, you thinking about it. Your man making $1 million, you like, hell no, this is my man. I'm standing this. He gonna have to.
So hey, We're gonna
You know,
fight through
things
this.
change. Things change. It depend on what it is.
But let me ask you this though. Wouldn't you, as you say, you wouldn't say anything about it that you knew that I knew?
Mm.
Wouldn't you be looking at it like a betrayal thing too? It's like
like I said,
it's like I understand the younger thing. I mean, as in say like trying to put a scenario on it to make it more realistic. If I was like, okay, I said, I'm gonna go by your crib and go pick up that rake from outside. And me personally, I'm gonna be looking at it like, okay, this dude knew about my wife cheating, but yet he
oh,
finna
you talking
go
about
get
after the
my
fact?
after the fact and stuff
Right.
like that. Because now you're looking at a betrayal like type thing. What? Because it's gonna be like now I don't believe a word what this dude's saying. Wouldn't you be like that? You know, you really not having no. It's like you had the trust in me. Now it's like
But
that.
how would you know if I don't tell you? How would you know that she told me that she saw you? That you know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't talk about it at all. But how would you know she said Calvin saw me? If I don't
I
tell
would
you,
never know. See what I'm
that's
saying?
what I'm
I would
saying.
never know that. This is about your inner.
Right,
I'm
right.
looking at from your inner action, how your inside will portray me. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For me, it would be no different.
Hmm.
Now, if she
No
say
lack of
now,
trust, no none of that like
no,
that.
the only way I can see that
Loss of
happening,
trust, brother.
and the only way I can see that happening if if she say something to the effect of he saw me and that, then he said some shit like, well, shit, when you threw him, shit, come holler at your boy. Now it's personal because now you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Meaning
yeah,
you know each
yeah,
other.
yeah.
But if it's just, hey man, you didn't say nothing, I ain't saying nothing, Katie, that's why I say stay out of people's relationship because you never know what somebody else know. You
Mm.
never know that. And you could tell if you was to go and tell one of your partners, you can tell one of your partners that well, I don't know if you know, but if you ever experienced it, if you going because this is why I stopped, like I said, long time ago. You tell your partner this is what happened. You go visit your partner and she treating you shitty. Now you like, oh, this nigga done said something. Now, you know what I'm saying now? But he stayed. But now the wife or the girlfriend treat you some type of way because like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? You snitch, you told on me, you breaking up our relationship. That's why I say, hey, I ain't seen nothing, I don't know nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if you say
It
something and your guy take it back to his woman, oh, she gonna let it be known.
yeah, yeah. It's a
It's
sticky
touchy, man.
situation, man. It really is, man. But I'm like you, stay out of fucking folks' business, man. Cause I've seen at the job I'm at now, I've seen a lot of relationships get ruined over one person running their mouth about something they had no business running their mouth about. And even when we first started, correct me if I'm wrong, did they not say this place has created a lot of marriages, but it also created more divorces? When we first started,
I
I
can see
remember
that.
that.
I don't remember nobody
Hell,
saying
me
that,
and
but
you
I can
started
see it.
together, crazy.
Yeah, right.
You
Yeah,
don't remember that?
nah. But I can see that. But
You
the
don't
only thing
remember a
about
lot
that
of
is,
shit.
man, I mean, I ain't denying it. I can believe it was said. The only thing about that is, man, when we first started working there, man, and even through the years of working there, people make it seem like that's the only place where people was having extramarital affairs. People cheat at McDonald's. People cheat at fucking Wendy's or Walmart and this and that the other. They make it seem like it was just strictly at that spot. I heard they be up there cheating. Hell, they cheat damn near everywhere.
Hey, thank you.
If
I
somebody wanted
heard
to
they
do
be
it, it is what
doing
it
this
is.
and that. They
You
do
just
this
can't
and
put
that.
you
They do
just
that
can't
shit
put that on
everywhere.
that one spot.
Hell no. Every job you damn near go to, there's gonna be some goddamn cheating in. So what are you trying to get at?
Yeah, it's just more people probably work there, but now you got Amazon and you got other little spots like that. Now you know somebody else will take that
Yeah, somebody else gonna take that spot.
yeah,
That
that
spot
that,
gonna
that
be
you
taken
know.
right
So
there.
how could you
So
how could you not if you and I'm now don't get me wrong because I'm one about it just like, oh, okay, so you do. But you spending more time at work than you are at home.
mhm.
So, but
Up 30 years.
I already had a solid relationship before I went in. And this goes back to what I'm saying about people already know if you willing to risk your relationship for it, then you know you probably already on the outs anyway.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me ask you
So
something. Let me ask you something. I'm gonna kind of switch this out on something. I saw something recently, and it can't. And if I'm not mistaken, I talked to you about it yesterday. It kind of irritated the shit out of me because it's a bad look on black people in general. And then I'm gonna ask you where you think it stems from. Um, I don't not wanting to put nobody business out there. I'm trying to say how I'm gonna word this. What you
you
call
said
it?
we talked about it yesterday?
Yeah, about alternative school.
Oh, okay, yeah. I got you. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I noticed at an alternative school, at this certain alternative school, I seen black kids after black kids, girls and boys, majority of men, young men, and I will say, out of 100% of black people, young men and women I saw out there, 70% was young men, 30% was what I'm gonna say, probably about 80% was young men and 20% was young women, black. Now, out of all that I saw, I seen one. For right now, I seen one white child walk up out of there. And that right there pissed me off. And I said, there's no way in fucking, that's not mathematically impossible. That's impossible, my fault. Mathematically possible that there are no white kids in these schools not doing nothing. But one, come on, that's not mathematically possible.
Man, you look at
You give me your take on that, man. Because I was so
only
hot on
way
that.
the only way that I can see that, and I don't know how they do alternative school as far as demographically. I don't know if Hines County might have a different alternative school than Madison, or you just have one alternative school around so much of the area. I don't know. I don't know how that works. But I do know there's an alternative school in Madison County. So if you look at Madison County, and I guarantee, Madison County and Hines County are ran two different ways. And I know this from a teacher that was retired teacher, and me and him was talking one day, and he was asking me, and I was like, well, my kids they go to Ridgeland. He was like, okay. He said the only difference there is between the two is in Ridgeland or Madison County rather, in Hines County, which is going to be your predominantly black. He said in Ridgeland you can't let the outside don't run the inside. So what I took from it, he was saying you have more parents running the school from the outside. More parents coming in telling them what to do, this, that, the other. That's how they work there. Because I'm gonna tell you, when I went to school, went up there to go see one of my kids, and I'm like, well, I go to class, and I'm like, no, we'll send your kid down too. You don't, we don't do it like that. You know what I mean? So with that being said, if you got majority of the kids that I would say would act up or this that the other, that their patience with them is not going to be as great, if you get what I'm saying. Because in Hines County you got You got Canton and I forgot the other ones out there, and I don't even think that I don't even know if they use that alternative school or not. But you
Where?
don't. Reason demographically have changed a lot because when I first started, it was predominantly black and white students. Now it's more Mexican students. And I don't know what the teacher ratio is, but a lot of teachers in Reason they moved to Gluckstadt. They moved to Germantown.
What I'm asking is, well, okay, I'm gonna say the one you said. Well, let me hold on. Let me ask you.
Hold on. Before what I'm trying to say is the patience level that's gonna deal with them more in Madison. Now, it's just like I said, I don't know if they all mess together or not. The patient level will deal with them in Madison County is more or less. Look, I'm not gonna tolerate here. Look, you just get out of my class, and then I don't know if they have 3 strikes and then they go to alternative school. I don't know exactly how does that work. But I did have an issue with that zero tolerance policy before because we talked about it, and that's not. It's not favorable, and it actually is not a fair thing if you ask me. And it's not favorable for if your child in school and the school is predominantly black. It's not even in their favor to do a zero.
Well, let me ask you this: what do you think Madison County school percentage is when it comes to black and white?
I think that Germantown and Madison Central are probably more predominantly white. Then you look at because once you get to Canton and stuff like that, they can be predominantly black.
Yeah, I'm talking about just Madison County, just the whole Madison County.
The whole
that goes from Canton, Madison, Ridgeland, and who else? Germantown, all that. We got all them. All that together, what do you think the ratio is, percentage is from being black and white?
I bet you it's probably. I would say it might be 35 to maybe 40% white. I think you got more Hispanic, more I guess Hispanic and black people than you do white people.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't think so, brother man.
You don't think Ridgeland? Because you're looking at now, when you just talking Madison by itself, that's gonna be predominantly white. But then
Madison by itself gonna be predominantly white.
If you said Madison County, you talking about all of them.
And I'm talking about all of them.
If you talk about Madison County, that's a small. How many white people you think going to Ridgeland and going to Canton?
I know it ain't very little going to Canton. I know that for a fact. Ridgeland got a lot now. Ridgeland, I'm gonna say Ridgeland has a lot. I'm gonna say Ridgeland probably what? I'm gonna say it's over 50%. No, it may not be 50%, but I guarantee it's over 35% in Ridgeland.
The white kids?
Yeah.
I don't think so, Cal. I think at one point in time it was. What you think, Deuce? I don't think so.
When I saw it.
Yeah, what I'm saying, I think it's more. Man,
what did he say?
He said more Hispanic. You got more Hispanics in Ridgeland now than I think black or white.
I haven't.
I can't.
This is what I'm gonna do, and I know for sure what's going on in Ridgeland. I'm gonna go to one of their football games or some type of event that they have, and that'll let me know what they're full of.
Man, Ridgeland High School might be predominantly black. And I say that because majority, you know how it is when they first start building Germantown, all of them migrated to Germantown. Damn near all teachers
and just imagine Germantown is going to be a predominant white too. So
majority
what I'm saying,
Germantown and Madison.
In Madison County itself, you said they about 35%. Now I'm gonna say Madison County, all together, they're gonna be over about 67%.
Well, you know what? Now that I think about it, it might be more. It might be. They might
because Madison Central is big as hell too. You got to look at that.
Yeah, I was just about to say. I think Madison Central 6A, and I think Germantown about 6A or 5A.
5.
And Ridgeland is 6A.
Richland 6, okay. And
Richland,
Canton ain't no but a and Canton
but
ain't no but a
Canton is
3.
about 1.
3.
So
No, they are 3.
are that 3A?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
no. Yeah. Canton is a 3A. Yeah, Canton's a 3A.
Well, when I first
And see,
came
that's
out
what
here,
I'm
they were like,
saying.
so
And
yeah.
then,
So if you're looking at it like that, now that I think about it, you got maybe, I think, man, I think Germantown 6A, ain't it? Germantown 6A, 5A.
but see,
But
at the
yeah,
end,
if you look at it that way, you're looking at that just say 2 6A schools, and then you got a 6A and you got a 3A. So yeah, it might be 50-50.
and I'm saying about 60 or 70 because I'm looking basically what I was trying to get to. There's not no way in hell it's not mathematically possible that you go in medicine, you go to an alternative school and you see more black people than you see white folks. I mean, white kids, come on, bro. That don't even add up. And I was like, no, what are they letting these white kids get away with? Because I guarantee you, these black kids, you sneeze in that room. Oh, you got to go to alternative school for 2 days. For what? You don't supposed to be sneezing in here. Really?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you,
See,
man, and that do have some ground to stand on because the situation I was talking about with my son, he was going to class and a white boy smacked him on the back of his neck. Going to class. Now this is an account that was given to me by the principal, by a teacher who witnessed the whole thing. My son wasn't bothering him at all. He was just going to class, dude, come back. My son jumped on him right there on the spot. I mean, on the spot. And both of them got in-house suspension. This is why I say there's zero tolerance. There's some BS that's not going to be in anybody's favor because, you know, the way the principal tried to break it down, well, you know, we can't have nobody retaliate. I said, that ain't retaliate. That's a reflex. You can't hit nobody, especially in certain places, and don't expect an instant response. When you can't retaliate to me, that means you went somewhere, you thought about it, and then you came back and you did it.
That's retaliating right there.
Yeah,
when you thought about
I
what
jump
that
on your
happened.
ass as soon as you did it, that's a reflex. That's just
No,
automatic.
that's not even a reflex. That's called self-defense.
Yeah.
That's what that's called.
For
and
both.
basically what they were trying to get through you and through your son was telling him, don't defend yourself when one of us hit you. You sit there and take it. Nah. And I would have told my son, if you do it again and you don't put him in the hospital, it's going to be me and you when you get home. That's how it goes right there. Because that's something you do not do.
But I did tell the principal, hey, I'm not gonna teach that out of my kid though. Somebody do it again, you gonna get the same reaction. You can't do that. But like I say, yeah. I mean, I see what you're saying. You would think there would be more because cause you got
my thing is they trying to make it seem like these white kids are not doing nothing in these schools. That's a lie. Stop that crap, man. Because there's no way.
You had one a few years ago got caught selling was he selling fentanyl or not fentanyl? He was selling
meth. Probably was selling meth, man.
What they call it when you want to
heroin.
Steroids. He was selling steroids.
Oh, steroids. Wow.
Yeah. And I mean a lot of it.
Wow.
And I don't know whatever became of that, but you know,
you never know.
It ain't no such thing as they're not that disciplined where they're not doing nothing.
No. And it eats me up that our kids, every little thing that they do, it gets some type of discipline behind it. I don't like that. That's why I tell anybody, man. And I'm gonna say this. Dr. Umar, he has a good idea to get a school for black kids, but he say for African kids. I ain't into that either. I'd rather go with just the black American kids or whatever. Anyway, good idea, but by the wrong person. Because that dude is on something. he's on something kind of special right now. I don't know what he got going
What's
on.
the idea though?
Just to create a school for just black kids and in general.
Oh,
Basically go back before we integrated schools and all that's right there. Go back to desegregation and do your own thing because we're more smarter. We were more willing to want to go to school and learn. Now these kids are just going to school for fashion shows, uh, to learn how to go to jail, to learn how to survive in jail. And our little girls are not learning nothing but to how to shake your ass in them schools, how to do everything totally opposite of what we need them to do in school, because they're not learning how to be young ladies in school. And I think personally, if we got away from them and did our own little thing, and we had our own school, we put our money in our own school, the education level will go up, and now our kids will be more willing to learn. For one, I think they'll know more. Two, they'll know what's more important because we'll be teaching how to keep tradition going on within black communities. Don't let nobody take anything from you like they're trying to take hip hop from black folks right now, saying that Mexicans and Hispanic and blacks created hip hop. It was 50-50. They wasn't nowhere in sight. We know this. We
I
know
heard
this.
that one.
You ain't heard that? What the hell you been?
Man, I guess I'm the rock kid.
Yeah, they trying to, because they putting breakdancing in the Olympics this year.
No,
Yeah, and see,
who judging
they
it?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know, and they're trying to make it seem like you know what we created, we didn't create. No, that's why I cannot wait till this documentary come out that Tariq has came out. It's called Microphone Check. It start now. I don't know if you know the history of hip hop.
Go ahead, let me see, because I'm thinking way back and maybe a little bit before Africa Bambaataa, but go ahead.
It
Give
goes
me a
way
brief
before.
thing.
And basically, it started in 1973 with well, actually, it started in '68 with James Brown.
Okay.
That is the modern man who started hip hop in '68, and a lot of people after that started taking it and started rapping, which they were rapping over beats early, cause Pig Meat Marco back in 1938, I believe it was, he got a song called "Here Comes the Judge," right?
Uh-huh.
He's rapping over music on that. See, but everybody's wanting to claim hip hop all of a sudden, and they didn't know shit about it. It's like I said, once that documentary come out, cause I already got a copy supposed to be coming to me, so I try to stay in touch with a lot of
Okay.
stuff like that.
Actually, I got a book that Chuck D wrote. I'm gonna have to look in it and see where he pinpointed it at. I got it was a history of rap, but Chuck D from Public Enemy. I actually got it.
Public. He probably started in 1974 at a
He probably
party
did.
at
I think he did start in the '70s.
he started it in '74 because a lot of people is starting it in '74 at a party that Cool Herc did.
Okay.
It's a real big thing that Cool Herc started this party, which Cool Herc is a Caribbean, but Cool Herc got all his stuff from DJ Flowers, which is a Black American. DJ Flowers and some more people. He kind of got his stuff off of them. Only thing that Cool Herc ended up doing from a historical point, he extended the break. That's what he did.
Okay. Man, I'm gonna have to get on up out of here, kid. I
Ain't
got
nothing
a
wrong with
at
that.
12.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. We're gonna get up
But
out of here, man. Give me your closing, brother, man. Give me
but
your
man,
closing.
I had to get back up picking from that small pool, man. I've said it on here several times. Either women want the best of the best or they want the bottom of the barrel. But the guys that in the middle are the ones who really, if you ask anybody, what makes the world run. We talking about the laborers and people that you might be overlooking. You know, some people look down on people who make plumbing and things of that nature, but man, those guys make good money. And and actually, I mean, you know, guys can make good money, and I think one of the biggest reasons why men love women, if we can make the good money, but they can make us have a good living if they come in and they do what's purposefully done to run a household. You know what I mean? So, and that's just my take on it. But don't overlook that guy because you see him walking in with a Dickie suit on and he covered in asphalt and tar. And, man, that guy out there getting it. He
Yeah,
out
they
there
get
getting
it.
it. So I fight for them guys, man. I'm one of them. I'm a laborer. I get out there, I do my thing, man. I just thank God that I was blessed to have somebody in my life. But man, y'all missing the good stuff because, like I said, it's the top or the bottom. The bottom ain't gonna get you nothing. You taking care of the bottom.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And y'all heard it. I have nothing to say, man. The relationship expert said it all. But you know what I'm gonna tell you. You got the relationship experts, Cedric the Springer, and you got Calvin Moulton. And you know my saying, I'm gonna be seeing your ass when I see you.
All right, I'm hollering at you.